friends, this is Rajiv here from Martha Institute of Management, Ottapalam, Palakkad. Martha Institute of Management is a dedicated company secretary coaching center. We have classes for CS Executive Entrance Test, CS Executive and CS Professional, both online and offline. And this video is another video in my case law series. And as a professional, a company secretary, all will accept that a company should have a legal knowledge as well and interpretation skill to interpret different legal situations, because entire corporate world and the top management looks upon a company secretary to get answer for different legal compliance issues. A proper guidance will definitely help the company from long-term and short-term problems, compliance issues. So the role of a company secretary is more as an advisor or facilitator on different compliance issues. To have a better interpretational skill, a company secretary should have knowledge about various cases decided by different types of courts. Today I am going to discuss about one of the famous cases in the history of India, the judiciary of India, that is Indira Nehru Gandhi versus Raj Narayan. Whoever read the constitution or constitutional law might have heard about this case, so this case is not a new case for anybody. Indira Nehru Gandhi versus Raj Narayan is a landmark case, and today I am going to explain you the background of this case as well as the grounds on which the case has been fought and the decision taken by the Supreme Court. This case is very important because of the four situations or four reasons. One of the reasons why this case law is very important is this is a case in which for the first time the election for the post of a prime minister was set aside. This was the first time in the history of the parliament or history of the judiciary. Based on this case, the election for the post of the prime minister of India has been set aside. This case is very important because there is another reason. This is a case in which the court amended election laws retrospectively and reinstated the prime minister. And third reason is this was the first time when the judiciary struck down a constitutional amendment based on directive principle. And this is also the case which was a reason for the imposition of emergency in India from 1975 to 77. So this case is very important, very big. So let us try to understand the facts of the case. Why this case? What are the reasons for this case? Right? Okay. In 1971, 5th Lok Sabha elections were held and Indira Gandhi won the national election by 352 seats out of 518 seats. So she is going to become the Prime Minister of India. She fought her individual election from Rai Bareilly, Uttar Pradesh, against Mr. Raj Narayan. Mr. Raj Narayan was a follower of Ram Manohar Lohia and he fought under SSP. Raj Narayan was really confident that he is going to win the election. He had no doubt. He even conducted a victory rally well before the election results were announced. That was a confidence. But when the election results came in, Indira Gandhi won the election with a huge margin. Mr. Raj Narayan was not ready to accept the defeat. So he went to Allahabad High Court contending that Indira Gandhi used corrupt practices because she was the Prime Minister of India and all the state machinery or the government machinery was under her. So she used corrupt practices to win the election. Based on the merit of the case, Allahabad High Court have set aside the election of Indira Gandhi and given a conditional stay because the Supreme Court was not in session. As the Supreme Court was not in session, Indira Gandhi got little more time, so she called the parliament and she passed the 39th amendment of the constitution. That is one of the controversial amendments of the constitution. 39th amendment for adding another article to the constitution, that is article 329A. Article 329A of the amended constitution says that no court can hear cases for the election of Prime Minister or the Speaker. It can only be challenged in a separate parliamentary committee. Now the case has the situation has changed. After doing this amendment, she filed an appeal against the judgment in the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court, when it was convened, there were two questions in front of the Supreme Court to answer, to decide. One was whether the 39th amendment to add the article 329A is valid. Second, whether the election of Indira Gandhi was valid or not. There are two questions which has to be decided by the Supreme Court. As the first question is very important, that actually, like the article 329A bars all the courts to hear cases against Prime Minister, election of the Prime Minister and Speaker. So that has to be decided. First to decide whether the election of the Indira Gandhi was valid or not. This case is heard by and decided by then Chief Justice of India A.N. Ray, Justice H.R. Khanna, Justice K.K. Mathew, M.H. Beg and Y.V. Chandrachud. These are the learned judges who heard and decided the case. So the first question, the Supreme Court decided Article 329A is unconstitutional. This was on the ground that no amendment can change the basic structure of the Constitution. A judicial overview of any decisions taken by the Parliament or the President is available. That cannot be taken back by a constitutional amendment. So, this Article 329A, that is 39th Amendment Act, is unconstitutional. That is decided by the Supreme Court. Now, the second question. Whether the election of Indira Gandhi is valid or not. The court took a different view from the Allahabad High Court. Why? Because Section 123(7) of People's Representative Amendment Act 1975 says that a person becomes candidate only when he files application. That means Indira Gandhi filed her application on February 1st, 1971. Yes, of course, till that time she was the Prime Minister of India and she had a lot of powers. But she cannot be blamed as a candidate for an action done by the officers or government officials well before she has become the candidate. That means before February 1st, 1971, If any of the government officials used machinery to support Indira Gandhi, that cannot be said called as a malpractices or a wrong practices under the election law. And second thing, section 83(1)(b) and section 123(6) of the People's Representative Act 1951 says, if anybody supports a candidate without asking for, either by like donation or by advertisement or anything, that cannot be called as a malpractices under the election law. So on these two grounds, the contention of Mr. Raj Narayan will not stand valid and the election of Prime Minister Indira Gandhi is valid. So this is a two groundbreaking decision took by the Supreme Court of India. So my friends, I know that you love this video, so please don't forget to press the like button before closing it. If you have not subscribed to my channel till now, don't forget to subscribe, because you will be getting many videos of this type. And if you have anything to say, put into the comment box. And if you feel that this video can be helpful to somebody, don't forget to share. So till the next video, this is Raji. Bye bye.